The Russia hoax proved to be just that. The very actions they accused Donald Trump of doing, they were doing it themselves. We all knew this for years, and now we know this for a fact. Accountability is coming for all of you. Yes, I'm talking to you, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, James Comey, John Brennan, James Clapper, to name a few. Today, the Department of Justice received Director of National Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard's criminal referral in which she alleges an Obama-led cabal, treasonous conspiracy, complete with manufactured intelligence against President Trump. Gabbard declassified over 100 documents on Friday, revealing the collusion. And now Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley will also declassify some more documents. For many of you at home, none of this comes as a surprise. You know, this is why they did this. They feared Trump so much, and we long suspected our government had been weaponized to take him down, including FBI Director Kash Patel.
Let me give you Russiagate in 90 seconds. Okay. Could you imagine a time in the United States of America in the 21st century where a political party would go overseas and acquire fake foreign intelligence from a foreign intelligence officer funded by donations to that political party in the United States of America, then take that material, package it, walk it to the FBI, literally, and say, hey, we need you to surveil the opponent of our political party who happens to be running for the president of the United States, then convince the FBI to go into a secret federal FISA court that I used to use to manhunt terrorists and say, hey, I need you to wiretap, essentially, all the comms in and around Trump camp because of the material we gave you, and then have that FBI lie to the federal court and the judge in that warrant application, which is a felony, and intentionally remove information of innocence from that application just to get it above the threshold so the judge would sign it. That's Russiagate.
He did it in less than 90 seconds. That was about 1 minute and 5 seconds. The Obama-led crew used a hoax to distract, discredit, and disinform. Here's Obama laying down the groundwork shortly after Trump won the election against Hillary in 2016.
Did Clinton lose because of the hacking?
I'm going to let all the political pundits in this town have a long discussion about what happened in the election. It was a fascinating election, so I'm sure there are going to be a lot of books written about it. We will provide evidence that we can safely provide that does not compromise sources and methods. But I'll be honest with you, when you're talking about cybersecurity, a lot of it is classified, and we're not going to provide it because the way we catch folks is by knowing certain things about them that they may not want us to know.
Oh, God. He went on for another 5 minutes in his typical pedantic manner. You know, Obama was masterful at manipulating the media. You know, the way he talks slow, you actually believed him. And he used the media as his right arm propaganda machine. And when not outright lying to the press, intelligence officials were leaking info to them or lying under oath before Congress.
There should be no fuzz on this whatsoever. The Russians interfered in our election during the 2016 cycle. They did it with purpose, they did it with sophistication, they did it with overwhelming technical efforts, and it was an active measures campaign driven from the top of that government. There is no fuzz on that.
Oh, wow, wow. And yet Comey didn't even have any concrete evidence that Trump ever colluded with the Russian government. After Hillary found her way out of those Chappaqua woods, remember, she went wandering around. The sore loser even went on a press tour telling lie after lie.
I believe he knows he's an illegitimate president. He knows that there were a bunch of different reasons why the election turned out the way it did. And I take responsibility for those parts of it that I should. But Jane, it was like applying for a job and getting 66 million letters of recommendation and losing to a corrupt human tornado. And so I know that he knows that this wasn't on the level. I don't know that we'll ever know everything that happened, but clearly we know a lot and are learning more every day, and history will probably sort it all out.
Yeah, history is finally sorting it all out. You, Obama, and all these other officials, you know, they colluded, and as Gabbard said, they did a years-long coup in a desperate attempt to undermine President Trump. But they all underestimated the power of the truth and Trump's fearlessness to call out the lies right to their faces over and over again. This one is one of my favorites.
So the biggest scandal was when they spied on my campaign. They spied on my campaign.
Well, there's no real evidence of that.
Of course there is. No. It's all over the place. Leslie,
Sir,
they spied on my campaign and they got caught.
Can I say something? You know, this is 60 Minutes, and we can't put on things we can't verify.
You won't put it on because it's bad for Biden.
We can't put on things we can't verify.
Leslie, they spied on my campaign.
Well, we can't verify
It's been totally
that.
verified.
No.
It's been, just go down and get the papers. They spied on my campaign, they got caught.
No.
And then they went much further than that, and they got caught. And you will see that, Leslie, and you know that, but you just don't want to put it on the air.
As a matter of fact, I don't know that.
Okay.
And you're out there.
So why don't you get back to your interview and let's go.
Oh, but now you do know that, Ms. Stahl. To this day, Trump continues to hold the fake news accountable, from CBS News to ABC News and soon the Wall Street Journal. The Trump administration is systematically draining the swamp, exposing the deep state for its once pervasive and systemic corruption. I want to remind all of you that exposing this Russia hoax for what it really is, this isn't a Republican. It's not a Democrat thing either. It's a matter of our national and world security, because what they did to Trump, what they did to the American people, it jeopardized our democratic republic. And for all of you that say, you know what, Lydia, let's just leave the past in the past and let's just move on. Well, folks, this is our present and could again be our future if we don't finally stop them once.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.